Hi everyone, Rooney here, and welcome to my channel. So Bitcoin unfortunately is still under the weather, but that's not going to stop us from doing our Sunday Shorts, where we'll do a weekly roundup of all the gaming cryptos that we covered this week. We covered 9 gaming cryptos, so I'm not going to blast them all in one video, that's a bit silly. So we'll split it up into batches. So we'll talk about Cryowar, Sand, and DERC first. And let's dive in. So looking at Cryowar on a 4-hourly time frame, whoa boy, we really have dived down quite deep, isn't it? And I've been reading a lot of messages in the Discord groups and people are starting to panic and be angry or whatnot. All I can tell you is this type of correction for Cryowar is actually very healthy because what you want to do is you really want a market reset before continuation to the upside. This market dump right here also coincides with technical structures that were forming during this ABC correction right here. So let me show you that. So right now, what happened for Cryowar was we were forming patterns within patterns. In this case, we had 3 descending triangle structures that we had to adhere to. This is the first descending triangle right here, where this was a critical support area of around $2.53. This was also a larger descending triangle, and within that, you had a larger descending triangle right here. So we broke through the $2.53, and once we broke through this particular price level of $2.33, then we had 3 price targets. A $1.77, which corresponds to the height of this triangle, a $1.50, which corresponded to this height of this triangle, and a $1 right here, which corresponds to this height of this particular descending triangle. A lot of you may be bummed out that Cryowar suddenly fell through, but there are some good news here. One is, this type of crash, the good thing about this is this accelerates your correction phase. Instead of letting it drag on for weeks, because we already have fallen below the structures and we have already met all these technical targets, then all that's left is for us to create new structures to the upside. This type of dump has also allowed a lot of people to come into this space. So for example, personally, even myself, I was looking for an entry point for Cryowar. Now I'm finally in. So I will be part of everyone here cheering for Cryowar to be successful moving forward because I finally was able to purchase a small bag. So for Cryowar, it's quite simple. We are still in the middle of the C wave. So for those of you who are planning to come in, this is pretty much your buying opportunity right here. Is this the bottom? Who knows? Will we go down? Who knows? So plan accordingly. If you feel that we will test these levels further, then of course, spread out your buys. Don't just put everything in this basket, spread out your buys, or if you have a DCA schedule, then continue your DCA schedule for Cryowar. And let's move on. So I have DERC here, and for DERC, we did mention that we were forming bullish structures, but unfortunately, this right shoulder did not pan through. So we can really confirm that we have met an A, B, and this is the C correction. The good thing about DERC is we have started to form bullish structures to the upside. So the hope is you want the price to really just stay here, maybe wait for the EMAs to catch up with it like this, so that once it breaks out, it's easier, back test to the support before continuation to the upside. This sideways consolidation right here is actually also good if you're planning to come into DERC. The game will be launching this month. So it would be nice for it to really go sideways for a while to establish an accumulation zone for those looking to come in. So once again, same thing. DCA into this project if you believe in it. Otherwise, just watch for the price action to pick back up. And let's move on. So for Sand, it looks like we're just still humming along right here. We have been trying to break the 21 EMA, but unfortunately, we have been rejected twice. Will the third time be the charm? We shall see. One good thing about this particular breakout is we have broken past the upper trend line of this broadening descending channel right here. So if this is the end of this particular downtrend, then what we want to do is like a back test of support like this, and you want a break from the 55 EMA, back tested a support to establish a proper support structure before continuation to the upside. But just be careful because remember, in our last video, we did specify the 4-hour new uptrend to the upside corresponds to this 5th wave for the daily time frame. But on a weekly time frame, we actually are due for a correction soon. Because when we look at it on a weekly time frame, we actually are in a much larger structure. This is your wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Is this going to be the wave 4 or will we continue with a higher wave 3 before our correction? We shall see. One thing about sand is a potential scenario that may happen is this particular correction right here is just part of the wave 3. So it could be a small correction before a fifth wave upside like this, before our eventual fourth wave correction, which will probably happen sometime in the future or months from now, where the EMAs have caught up with the price action. So you can imagine something like this. There's a fifth wave coming, and then it backtested a support before our eventual journey to the fifth wave destination. Until we're able to establish the fourth wave low, we won't be able to know where we can potentially go. If you're looking to come into sand, this is actually a perfect opportunity to come in because we are just back testing this as support. But once again, spread out your buys. If we are able to blast out of here, then you know that it's because we established this as support. If we fall back to the channel, then we're back to DCA zone. Otherwise, this is a potential entry point before its continuation, and let's see how it goes. If you like that video, hit like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, let me know what you think in the comments. If you also have other gaming cryptos that you would like me to look at, just leave it down in the comments below and I'll take a look at it in the future. Until then, take care everyone. Bye-bye.